we are track
2025.
Now, the news with Gary Libator and meteorologist James DeFazio.
Good morning, everyone, and thank you for joining us. I'm Gary Libator.
Meteorologist James DeFazio, and for Eric.
And Eric picked a good time to head to Florida, didn't he?
Yes, he did. Yes, he did.
The cold just
like
continues.
He can forecast.
The cold continues.
Yes, it does. We're not done with the wintry weather. We're done with winter, but we're not done with wintry weather, that's for sure. We still have showers working in today, and by tonight, some areas around central New York are going to be seeing the white stuff flying around.
Oh my.
So
snow again.
yes, not done just yet. We're getting there, that's for sure. We're starting to see less signs of cold air in the long range forecast, but we have to forecast snow for later this afternoon and evening into tomorrow morning. This area of low pressure is going to slowly approach central New York today, and it's going to be bringing a widespread round of showers to central New York. Overnight tonight, that rain that arrives today transitions over to snow shortly after sunset. The highest the highest accumulations are going to be over the highest terrain, the higher elevations north of the Mohawk Valley. South of those higher terrains, just a trace to an inch of snow, more or less a coating, but those higher elevations could pick up a couple of inches of snow tonight. And this is going to change right around after dark, right around the time sunset occurs. And travel issues will be limited, thankfully, because of how strong the sun is at this time, as well as the temperature. Your Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 live radar showing white as temperatures are below freezing, but things are calm across the region. We're starting out the day very dry. Mostly clear downtown Utica, dry road conditions. It's a chilly but beautiful start to the morning. Still 22 degrees with clear skies up in Rome. Calm winds, which is going to change today. Those breezy conditions will return. We're looking at 10 to 15 mile per hour winds. Today, that rain develops around midday. Highs are going to be in the upper 30s to near 40. It is going to feel rather chilly today with that breeze. We do warm up rather nicely today. We get all the way up into the low 40s. It's not quite what we saw yesterday. It's slightly better than what we saw yesterday. Not quite what we want to see, but those showers break out right around 5 p.m. We'll have more information coming up in full weather. Gary?
James, thanks. And don't forget, the Storm Tracker 2 forecast is never more than 10 minutes away. As the village of Herkimer deals
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired.
Good Thursday morning. We're taking a look at conditions as you head out the door this morning on our Munson Commute Cast, and conditions this morning aren't too terrible. Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 live radar, all is quiet across the region. A chilly night, very chilly conditions out there, but dry. And road conditions across the region, no real issues in terms of your commute. It is very below freezing, so if there were any areas of standing water, they would be frozen. Didn't see any. You may have to defrost the windshield for a short period of time this morning with how chilly it got. Dry conditions, clear skies in downtown Utica. Nothing showing up on the traffic cam till just a moment ago. I'm going to look into that in a couple of minutes, see what's going on there across Route 20. Your commute forecast for today, this morning, with the exception of having to do a quick defrost in the cold conditions, it's overall no issues this morning. Clouds increase. And then tonight, rain changes over to snow. The first half of the commute doesn't look too bad, a little bit wet. The second half of the commute, if you're on the hilltops, you're going to want to be using caution. That rain really looks to arrive by the second half of the day, and it's going to be around through the morning hours of Friday. We are anticipating that 1 to 3 inches of snow across the higher terrain north of the Mohawk Valley. Most of this does not cause too many travel issues. A few are absolutely possible. Coming up, we'll take a further look at that forecast, as well as when that snow chances come to an end. Gary?
James, thanks. April is stress.
The Oneonta Cam is brought to you by Semicron Danfoss. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist James DeFazio.
Good Thursday morning. A cold, dry start to the day, and things are going to change as we head into the afternoon hours. Showers are going to return. Take a look at downtown Utica. You can see those clear skies, dry roadway conditions. Temperatures are rather chilly. We're down in the low 20s right now, so any standing water will be frozen. I didn't see any out there, but you may have to defrost the car this morning because it was a little moist up in the air last night. Rain returns this afternoon. It mixes with snow overnight tonight, and we'll talk about that in just a moment. Showery weather continues during the day on Friday. It's less widespread and with slightly warmer temperatures, but it is a wet day. Slow warm up ahead, 50s by the weekend, 60s to begin next week. Your Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 live radar, all is quiet across central New York, and it's going to stay that way through the first portion of the day. Showers are going to arrive in the early afternoon hours. As we zoom out, you can see back to the west, some areas of snow falling across western New York, some steadier rain across portions of the Midwest, south of Lake Erie, portions of northern Ohio. All of this precipitation is going to be tracking into central New York as an area of low pressure approaches. This area of low pressure down to the south approaches central New York today, overspreads us with precipitation this afternoon, and then unfortunately it stalls. It doesn't really move very much. It sits right around the Buffalo area, and it continues to bring us showers Thursday night, Friday, into Friday evening, possibly even into Friday night. Your skycast for today, a very chilly start. Clouds increase ahead of the showers that are going to work in for this afternoon. By 1 p.m., Oneida County already starting to see some precipitation. The higher terrain may start as snow. If it doesn't start as snow, it'll quickly transition to snow. The lower elevation is going to start as a cold rain. That cold rain overspreads the area. By the evening hours, shortly after sunset, we all change over to snow. Along the I-90 corridor, we'll change over last. We're expecting some light snow to continue through the overnight into Friday morning. By noon on Friday, those showers take a little bit of a break. Showers return in the evening hours. Skycast a little bit slow on their arrival, and then showers continue through the overnight. A widespread 1 to 3 inches across the higher terrain north of the Mohawk Valley, otherwise just a coating to an inch. It's going to be very limited travel issues, and these are really going to occur after dark. Breezy conditions the next 4 days. Not enough to call it calm, not enough to call it windy. Nothing like Tuesday, but 10 to 15 mile per hour winds absolutely remain. Rain develops today, highs around 40 degrees. It's going to struggle to get out of the 30s. Your 7-day forecast, we have rain chances both Thursday and Friday. They even continue into the first half of Saturday. The second half of the weekend looks much more pleasant. We cracked the 50-degree mark with partly cloudy skies. Monday, we'll get all the way up into the low 60s with a high of 63. A quick shower on Tuesday, but all in all, we're on the roller coaster right now, but don't see any snowfall after the next couple of days in the near future.
Maybe not till November.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
James, thanks. The time right now is 5:23. Still once again, and thank you for joining us for this half hour. I'm Gary Libator. Meteorologist James DeFazio is in for Eric, as Eric is vacationing in Florida starting today. And James, Eric picked a good time to get away from the cold, right?
He did, but it was a much-deserved vacation, so we won't beat him up on it too much. But yes, we're tracking our next weather maker, and as you hinted, he is escaping at a very good time, and because we have some snow showing up here, we're going to have snow in the forecast for overnight tonight. This next weather maker arrives around midday today in central New York. Rain develops right around midday, switches over to snow by around sunset region-wide. Hilltops transition first, a higher terrain north of the Mohawk Valley, expected to pick up a light accumulation of 1 to 3 inches. Elsewhere, just a coating to an inch across lower areas along I-90 and points southward. Limited travel issues due to the mild temperatures that we have and the fact that it is April. Your Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 live radar, all is quiet across the region, and it's going to stay that way through the middle portions of the day, at least through the late morning hours of the morning. Clear skies, calm conditions, but cold across downtown Utica. A very chilly start. We're in the low 20s. It's 22 degrees and clear up in Rome. Currently calm winds, so no wind chill factor at play. That changes as we head into the afternoon hours. Winds increase. We're expecting a 10 to 15 mile per hour breeze today, a little breezy. Rain developing today, highs in the upper 30s to near 40. It's going to be a chilly day. And then tonight, those snow showers lows around the mid-30s. Coming up, we'll have more information on who can expect how much snow and if this snow continues into the days coming. Gary?
James, thanks. And don't forget the Storm Tracker 2 forecast, never more than 10 minutes away. Well, in a stunning...
The Oneonta Camp is brought to you by Semicron Danfoss.
Good Thursday morning and welcome back. We're tracking a couple of things right now. It's very cold to start the day, 22 degrees with clear skies, calm winds, and those calm winds are not going to continue. We're going to expect breezy conditions over the next 4 days, 10 to 15 miles per hour, nothing like the wind we saw on Tuesday. Rain returns this afternoon right around noon, and it mixes with snow tonight shortly after sunset. Showery weather continues into the day on Friday. It's less widespread and slightly warmer, but it is still wet. And we have a slow warm-up ahead. It's going to be in the 50s by next weekend and in the 60s to begin next week, so much improved conditions. Taking a look at your current temperatures across central New York. Really chilly weather. Just got a report of 13 degrees up in Inlet, despite our weather station coming in at 16. So low teens all the way to mid-20s across central New York. We're in the mid-20s across not only central New York, but as well as the southern tier. Temperatures today are going to struggle to get out of the mid to upper 30s. It's going to be a chilly day, but again, that warming trend returns. We're back up into the mid-40s Friday, upper 30s Saturday, into the 50s by this weekend, and Monday looking very warm with temperatures into the low 60s, a return to spring. Today, though, those temperatures are going to struggle to warm up, and with the wind that's going to be around today, despite the fact it may get up to 42, 43 degrees, it's going to feel like it's in the low 30s with that wind, and it only continues to drop as we head into Friday evening with that snow arriving. Coming up, we'll take a further look at how much snow you can expect coming up for tonight, as well as showers for Friday. Gary?
James, thanks. Well, staff of the MVCC Rome...
New York's most dependable weather team. Here's meteorologist James DeFazio.
Good Thursday morning. A cold, dry start to the day across central New York, but things are going to change. We're tracking our next weather maker to arrive right around the middle of the day today. Take a look at downtown Utica right now. You can see those cold, dry conditions, but look at that sun beginning to rise from the west. We might get a picturesque sunrise this morning, some pinks out there on the horizon with the clear skies this morning. Fortunately, those clear skies will slowly transition over to cloudy skies throughout the morning. Rain returns this afternoon right around midday, mixes with snow as we head into tonight. Right around sunrise, the snow begins to mix in, or excuse me, sunset, the snow begins to mix in. Showery weather continues during the day on Friday. It's less widespread with slightly warmer temperatures. And then we have a slow warm-up ahead. It's going to be in the 50s by the weekend and likely the 60s by the beginning of next week. Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 live radar. All is quiet across central New York. Some very chilly conditions to start the day, but dry conditions. And we're tracking the next weather maker, which is out towards western New York, and we're seeing a widespread area of snow across western New York, as well as quite a bit of rain showers back towards the Ohio area. And this is all going to be heading in our direction today. And this is courtesy of an area of low pressure that's going to work in and stall to the west. Fortunately, as it stalls, it's going to continue to bring us showers into the day on Friday. Because it's stalled just to the west, it's going to continue to spew moisture in our direction. This morning, those clouds begin to increase. They thicken up as ahead of this precipitation that arrives right around noon to 1 o'clock. Oneida County starting to see some showers. Begins as a cold rain for most. The higher elevations may start as snow. This overspreads the area as we head into the afternoon and evening. Shortly after sunset, most of us are seeing snow showers. Eventually, all of us are seeing snow showers, and we all see a very light accumulation. Those snow showers continue into Friday morning. They come to an end by midday Friday. Some rain showers continue and return through the afternoon and evening. Skycast a little bit late on their return. We're expecting 1 to 3 inches of snow accumulation across the higher terrain north of the Mohawk Valley. A trace to an inch otherwise. Very light accumulations, a coating to an inch. Rain changes to snow after dark. Those breezy conditions are going to continue. 10 to 15 mile per hour winds over the next 4 days. Rain develops today, highs only around 40 degrees, going to struggle to get out of the 30s. Your 7-day forecast, wet weather the next 2 days and even some wintry weather overnight Thursday into Friday. Saturday, we still deal with a couple of showers. By Sunday, we're drying out and temperatures actually crack the 50-degree mark. It's a nice change. And then by Monday, we're into the low 60s with, again, a couple breaks of sun. So we do have some end in sight. Or at least, there is a sign of spring in the forecast. And yes, it does cool down a little bit after that, but we're starting to finally see some signs that spring is going to settle in as we head towards the end of this month.
It is about time, and Sunday doesn't look too bad, but Monday, 60s.
Yes, it's going to be very nice. After how cold Tuesday felt, that's going to feel so good.
That's for sure. James, thanks. The time right now is 5:53. Still ahead, 25.
Now, the news with Gary Lipitor and meteorologist James DeFazio.
Good morning, everyone, and thank you for joining us here on this Thursday morning. I'm Gary Lipitor.
I'm meteorologist James DeFazio.
I think I said it was Wednesday earlier, so I'm a day behind.
It's all right. That's like a nice surprise that you're a day closer to the weekend,
that's
right?
For sure.
Yeah.
And Eric off to Florida, and you're filling in.
Much deserved.
Yeah, he's much warmer than us today, that's for sure.
He'll be sunbathing before I'm out of work. So we're tracking our next weather maker. It's going to be bringing widespread rain today. Unfortunately, some of us are even going to be seeing some of the white stuff flying around in the air today. We're not quite done with the wintry weather. We're getting there, that's for sure. We're getting there, that's for sure. Winter's not dead, it's absolutely dying. We are still expecting a widespread 1 to 3 inches of snow to fall across the higher terrain north of the Mohawk Valley tonight. A trace to an inch is expected across the lower elevations. Primarily south of I-90, we're going to see just a coating to an inch of snow, but the higher terrain north of the Mohawk Valley can absolutely pick up 1 to 3 inches overnight tonight. And this snow looks to change over right around, for the North Country, it's going to change around earlier, but widespread after dark, we all are seeing snow this evening. Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 live radar, all is quiet across central New York. A couple of light flurries showing off to the west, but those aren't reaching the ground just yet. A beautiful start today, but a cold start today. A cold, dry start to the morning, but a very, very sunny start across the horizon. 22 degrees with clear skies, a 6-mile-per-hour breeze out of the east-southeast, and those winds are going to slowly creep up today, back up to about 10 to 15 miles per hour. Today, rain develops. Highs are only going to be around 40 degrees, going to struggle to get out of the 30s tonight. Lows in the mid-30s, approximately 35 degrees. Those widespread snow showers develop. Coming up, we're going to take a look at how long those snow showers last and how far away spring just might be. Gary?
James, thanks. Well, as the village of Herkimer deals with...
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired.
Good Thursday morning. We're taking a look at conditions as you head out this morning on our Munson Commutecast. And conditions this morning really not too problematic. We're seeing dry, cold conditions across central New York. You may need to defrost the car. I know I did for a short period of time this morning, but dry conditions continue through the morning hours. The AM commute looks good. Dry conditions across local roadways. We're not seeing any delays at this time. Sun beginning to rise. Cold and dry conditions. Our clear skies are beginning to become partly cloudy. As we head into the mid-morning, it's going to become mostly cloudy. No major issues across the Munson traffic flow. We do have one bit of construction down here across Route 5, but it doesn't seem to be causing any delays at this time. Your Munson commute forecast by hour this morning, a yellow, just because you might need to defrost the car. It might be a slow start with the cold conditions. This evening, rain develops. Rain changes to snow as we head into the overnight, shortly around sunset. Those rain chances are going to be around through the overnight into the day on Friday. And then once changes over to snow tonight, a 1 to 3 inches is expected across areas of the higher terrain north of the Mohawk Valley. Elsewhere, just a coating to an inch, a very light snowfall across the area. We're not expecting any major issues with regards to that in terms of transportation. There will be minimal at best If there are any, they'll be across the North Country. Coming up, we'll take a further look at that forecast. Gary?
James, thanks. April is stress.
Well, your day. Watch for the Storm Tracker 2 Commutecast and be ready for your drive to and from work. The Storm Tracker 2 Commutecast is brought to you by the Pratt Munson College of Art and Design. Visit Pratt Munson today and ignite curiosity and creativity.
Dreamers to go. Order during store hours for pickup within an hour, 7 days a week.
The Oneonta Cam is brought to you by Semicron Danfoss. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist James DeFazio.
Good Thursday morning. A cold, dry start across central New York and very picturesque across the cameras out there, the beautiful sunrise. But things change as we head into the second half of the day today. We're expecting showers to move in right around the noon hour. Downtown Utica, you can see those yellows, oranges, and pinks off to the east. A beautiful sunrise this morning. And if you didn't give it away, the rain is coming from the other direction. It's coming from the west. Cold, dry conditions continue across central New York. We will start to warm up now that the sun is beginning to rise. Rain returns this afternoon, and it's going to mix with snow tonight. Showery weather continues on Friday. It's less widespread, the rain, but it's at slightly warmer temperatures as well. Slow warm up ahead. 50s by the weekend, 60s by the beginning of next week. So some light at the end of the tunnel, albeit we're not quite into long duration spring yet. Your Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 live radar, all is quiet locally. A couple of light snow showers off to the west, south of the Finger Lakes across western New York. A lot of those are not quite reaching the ground just yet. If you look back to the west, you can see our next weather maker. We got an area of low pressure down here in the Midwest. Rain showers across Ohio and portions of Pennsylvania. A lot of snow on the leading edge. As this encounters warmer air as it moves towards central New York today, it will begin for most of us as a cold rain. This area of low pressure brings in plenty of precipitation today, and unfortunately it's going to stall to our west later this afternoon and evening. And because it's not going to quickly move its way up out of here, we're going to continue to see showers during the day on Friday, possibly all the way into Saturday morning. It's going to take some time to calm down. This morning, we started off mostly clear, but those clouds are beginning to work in, and they're going to continue to work in. Clouds increase throughout this morning. We see those showers arrive by about 1 o'clock. We started as snow across the North Country, but most of us start as a cold rain. It overspreads the region rather quickly. We're seeing showers on and off for the entirety of the day. Shortly after sunset, most of us, or I should say, all of us are over to snowfall. And we are going to see a light accumulation, especially north, the higher terrain north of the Mohawk Valley. We all see a little bit of snow before Friday morning. By mid-Friday morning, things come to an end. Dry conditions to be for the second half of Friday morning. Showers return for the afternoon and evening. Skycast a little late on the arrival of those showers. Again, 1 to 3 inches across the higher terrain by tomorrow morning. Otherwise, a very light coating to an inch. It's going to be very limited travel issues with the temperatures the way they are. Breezy conditions continue the next 4 days, 10 to 15 mile per hour winds. It's not going to be calm by any means. Today, highs 40, going to struggle to get out of the 30s with those winds. It's going to be an uncomfortable day. Rain develops by midday. Your 7-day forecast, rainy today, wintry tonight, back to rain for the next 2 days. Showers continue on Friday and Saturday. Things begin to calm down as we head into Sunday and we warm up all the way into the 50s. Monday, there is a 6 in there. We do crack, hopefully, the 60-degree mark on Monday, and I do believe we'll see a little bit of sunshine.
Yeah, Sunday, Monday look pretty nice.
Yes, they do.
James, thanks. Well, make sure you follow us on Facebook. Good morning, everyone, and thank you for joining us for this half hour. I'm Gary Libitor. Meteorologist James DeFazio is in for Eric, as Eric is vacationing in Florida starting today. And James, boy, did Eric pick a good time to get away from this cold and what?
It's almost like he can forecast the weather.
Yeah.
No, I'm just teasing him. He much deserved vacation, that's for sure. We're tracking our next weather maker, and as Gary mentioned, it's going to involve some snow, which is why we're referring to Eric as having picked the right time. We're expecting a widespread swath of snow to develop after sunset tonight, but as this next round of precipitation works through central New York, it will begin primarily as rain across central New York. We had mostly clear skies to start the day, but the rest of the morning is going to feature increasing clouds. A widespread 1 to 3 inches of snow is expected this evening and overnight across northern portions of the viewing area. The hilltops north of the Mohawk Valley expected to see 1 to 3 inches. Elsewhere, a coating to an inch, much lighter accumulations across the lower elevations. And travel as a result of this is really not going to be affected too severely, not like it would be in the middle of winter. Limited travel issues due to how effective salt will be at these temperatures and how strong the sun is. Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 live radar, all is quiet out there. Those first few bands of showers beginning to peek in from western New York. Still very dry and calm in downtown Utica. A very, very picturesque sunrise. Some clouds beginning to peek in front of those colors now. We're up over to sunny skies now, 22 degrees. Up in Rome, 6-mile-per-hour breeze out of the east-southeast. Those winds are going to increase today to breezy levels, 10 to 15-mile-per-hour winds, so there will be a little bit of a wind chill factor at play. Rain develops by around midday. Highs only get to about 40 degrees. Tonight, those snow showers take over widespread. Lows are going to be about 35 degrees. Coming up, we'll take a look at what to expect for the rest of the forecast period and if winter is finally going to say goodbye. Gary?
James, thanks. In a stunning reversal, President Trump...
Channel 2 is brought to you by Holland Farms Bakery in Delhi.
The Oneonta Camp is brought to you by Semicron Danfoss.
Good Thursday morning. Some beautiful sunrises across the area this morning, and it's a bit of a tease because that really nice weather is not going to last. Sunny skies to start the day. Very chilly temperatures. We're starting off the day in the low 20s. We are going to warm up into the upper 30s today, but it's going to be very chilly. 6-mile-an-hour breeze right now. That's only going to increase. Breezy conditions continue. 10 to 15-mile-per-hour winds this afternoon. Rain returns this afternoon right around midday, and it mixes with snow tonight and overnight. Showery weather continues through the day on Friday. Showers are less widespread, and it is with slightly warmer temperatures, but a wet day nevertheless. And then a slow warm-up begins. We have 50s by the weekend, 60s to begin next week. So some saving graces in the forecast at the very least. Temperatures across the area right now, very chilly. We're in the mid-teens across the North Country. The mid-20s across central New York. These temperatures, again, while they warm up a little bit today, the breeze is really going to still continue to make it feel chilly. It's not going to feel like quite the spring day, that's for sure. Looks like, unfortunately, I'm having a graphic issue here, but coming up, looks like we get the temperature outlook. This is the good news. On Sunday, we get all the way up. We crack the 50-degree mark. On Monday, we crack the 60-degree mark. So there is some signs of spring in the horizon. We're not locked into a wintry period. Today, temperatures warm all the way up into the low 30s, possibly crack the 40-degree mark, but it's going to feel chilly with that wind between 10 to 15 miles per hour. Coming up, we'll take a further look at the forecast as well as how wet this weekend is going to be. Gary?
James, thanks. President Trump's tariffs.
New York's most dependable weather team. Here's meteorologist James DeFazio.
Good Thursday morning. A quiet, cold, and calm, but yet dry start to our Thursday. Things are going to change as we head into the second half of today. We're tracking our next weather maker, which is going to bring rain and even some snow showers tonight. Take a look at downtown Utica, though. See what I'm talking about in terms of a very dry, cold, but yet even picturesque start. We had quite a beautiful sunrise, a lot of yellows, a lot of pinks in the distance, and we had clear skies to begin the morning, but unfortunately, clouds are increasing ahead of this precipitation that's going to arrive around midday. Rain returns this afternoon, and it mixes with snow tonight. It begins to mix with the snow, the higher elevations first, the lowest elevations last. Showery weather continues into the day Friday. Showers are less widespread and with slightly warmer temperatures, but it's still going to be a wet day. And then we have a slow warm-up ahead. We're expected to get into the 50s by the second half of this weekend, excuse me, and even the low 60s to begin next week. Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 live radar. Quiet weather across central and eastern New York. Beginning to see the first bands of the weather maker that's going to be arriving around midday today. A lot of these snow showers aren't quite reaching the ground yet, and as we zoom out here, you can see this area of low pressure just to the south across the Midwest, right around the Cleveland area. And this is going to track to our west, but towards us as well. This area of low pressure is going to stall. Because it stalls, we're going to continue to see showers for a couple of days. As this approaches, it's going to overspread the area. Some areas may start as snow, but most of us start as a cold rain and slowly transition over to snow, especially as soon as the sun begins to set this afternoon. Again, Friday, we see those lingering showers thanks to this stalled front. Fortunately, as we move forward, eventually things begin to come to an end second half of Saturday. This morning, those clouds have increased. We're over to partly cloudy skies after a clear morning. Temperatures don't really warm up all too much today. We get up into the upper 30s. Some areas may crack the 40-degree mark, but with a 10 to 15 mile per hour breeze, going to feel rather chilly out there. That rain and snow begins to overspread the area this afternoon, and it continues for the overnight. Around sunset, most of us transition from rain to snow. As we head into the overnight, everyone transitions over to snow. We see a light accumulation. We're expecting a widespread 1 to 3 inches across the higher terrain north of the Mohawk Valley, a trace to an inch across areas south of the Mohawk Valley. And travel concerns aren't too high with this due to the temperature and the timing. We're going to see limited travel issues at best. Breezy conditions over the next 4 days. Those 10 to 15 mile per hour winds are going to continue to be around. Today, that rain develops right around noon. Snow develops later in the day. Highs only in the upper 30s to near 40. Your 7-day forecast, rainy day today and snow tonight. Rainy day yet again on Friday. Couple of showers remain on Saturday. Then things begin to improve. Some partly sunny skies on Sunday and Monday. Highs Sunday in the low 50s. Highs Monday in the low 60s.
At least a couple days to look forward to, right?
Yes, exactly. We got a
James, thanks.
glass half full.
Yeah, that's for sure. The time right now is 6:50.
News with Gary Liberatore.
Good afternoon, everyone, and thank you for joining us. I'm Gary Liberatore.
Meteorologist James DeFazio in for Eric.
And in for Eric, because Eric is now down in Florida, temperatures in the 80s.
He better be bringing us some of that nice weather back with him.
Next week, yeah.
Yes, that is the one thing I want in return. He's got to bring back some sunshine with him because, as we're about to see, we are going to be dealing with some showers this afternoon, and unfortunately, not only are these showers going to work in for this afternoon, they're going to continue this evening, and after sunset, we are actually going to be seeing snowfall. We're going to see a light snow accumulation tonight. Areas north of the Thruway, the higher terrain north of the Mohawk Valley, a widespread 1 to 3 inches of snow. Elsewhere, a coating up to an inch from I-90 and points southward, smaller amounts. This snow is really going to fully change over right around sunset tonight, and we're not expecting major travel issues, but a couple issues are absolutely possible. Some limited travel issues just because the temperature and the time of year helping us from getting too icy out there. Your Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 live radar. We see these showers beginning to work in from the west, but we have a lot of dry air in place, so much of this is not reaching the ground right now. We have to wait for the atmosphere to fully moisten up, and then it'll eventually be reaching the ground. So by the middle of the afternoon, those showers will be reaching the surface. 41 degrees and cloudy up in Rome. 14-mile-an-hour breeze. The wind has picked up. It's going to stay breezy, not just today, but for the next 3 days. We're looking at 10 to 15 mile per hour winds, a breezy stretch of weather. Today, that rain develops this afternoon. Highs are going to be in the upper 30s to near 40 degrees. Tonight, shortly after sunset, snow showers develop, that rain changes over to snow, and we see a widespread light accumulation. Coming up, we'll break down what is to come, and just after that, to see if we have any more snow in the forecast. Gary?
James, thanks. The death toll is...
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist James DeFazio.
Good Monday afternoon, good Thursday afternoon. After a very dry and nice start to the day, clouds have worked in, and we're now seeing partly to mostly cloudy skies ahead of precipitation that's going to work in for this afternoon. Take a look at downtown Utica. You can see that widespread cloud cover in the distance. We had a beautiful sunrise this morning, but clouds have thickened up ahead of this looming precipitation, which is going to work in for this afternoon. Rain returns this afternoon, and it's going to change over to snow tonight, right around sunset. Showery weather continues into the day on Friday. It's less widespread, and it is slightly warmer out, so some nice things to hang our hat on there. And then we have a slow warm up ahead. 50s by the second half of next weekend, and even low 60s to begin next week. So there is some light at the end of the tunnel. Your Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 live radar. These showers off to the southwest are not quite reaching the ground yet. Our dew point is very low across central New York. We are going to have to moisten up the atmosphere for a little while before this reaches the ground. This will be falling up aloft above our head for a couple of hours. By the middle of the afternoon, these showers will begin to reach the ground. They're going to begin primarily as a cold rain. Some of the highest elevations may start as snow, but most of us are going to transition from rain to snow. Area of low pressure back to the west, and this area of low pressure, unfortunately, once it gets to about Lake Ontario, it stalls, and with it stalling, it's going to continue to bring moisture in our direction, not just today, but through the day on Friday and possibly even into the Saturday morning before things begin to slide off to the east. It's going to continue to affect our weather for a couple of days. That cloud cover has really thickened up over the last hour or two. That precipitation knocking on the doorstep, but again, it's going to take some time before it reaches the ground. It overspreads the area. The highest elevations see snow first, but most of us start as rain. By around sunset, 10 p.m.-ish, we're seeing widespread snow across the area. Snow becomes a little bit more scattered as we head into the second half of the overnight, but we're still seeing snow showers at daybreak tomorrow, 8 a.m. tomorrow, some light snow showers. They come to an end during the morning hours, just cloudy skies during the middle of Friday. And then as we head into the second half of Friday, showers begin to return yet again. We're not expecting anything major, but we are expecting a minor accumulation, a widespread 1 to 3 inches across the northern terrain, traced to an inch across the I-90 corridor and points southward. Rain changes to snow right around sunset. It's going to stay breezy. 10 to 15 mile per hour winds continue today, and they continue for the next 3 days. Tonight, those snow showers develop. Lows are going to be in the mid to low 30s, approximately 35 degrees. Your 7-day forecast, we're tracking a very wet afternoon today, a very wintry evening Thursday into Friday morning. Showers on Friday morning as well as Friday evening. Showers continue Friday morning, and then things begin to improve. We get up into the low 50s on Sunday. We dry out a little bit. On Monday, we get to start the week in the low 60s. Fingers crossed, maybe mid-60s with some breaks of sun.
Better days are ahead. It's April. Let the snow come down right now, right? Let it come. James, thanks. Now to a sneak peek at the new meteorologist James DeFazio in for Eric this noon. And James, you're actually tracking some snow once again here.
Yes, we're tracking a mix of rain and snow, and it's going to slowly transition from rain to snow over sunset tonight. You can see on the radar and satellite that looks a little intimidating. There's quite a bit of snow on the radar and satellite picture, but a lot of the snow that's on the radar and satellite picture, which is south of the Finger Lakes and south of Rochester. As this moves into central New York, it's going to come in as rain. We have temperatures locally in the mid to upper 30s, and we will have to deal with snow, but it's going to come later in the day. This is going to eventually overspread the area. It's going to take some time with how dry it is out there, but we should be seeing rainfall by 1, 2 p.m. We're expecting a widespread 1 to 3 inches of snow across the higher terrain, north of I-90, north of the Mohawk Valley. Elsewhere, just a trace to an inch, a very light coating. We're not expecting any major travel impacts from this, and that's due to the temperature as well as how strong the sun is this time of year. But that rain does change to snow after dark tonight, and we all do see some widespread snow. Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 live radar. radar, a lot of these showers from Syracuse and points eastward are not reaching the ground just yet. We have a really dry atmosphere, and it is going to moisten up rather quickly. So once these showers work in by, say, 1:30, we will start to see rain reaching the ground. Still dry downtown Utica, still dry Rome, 41 degrees, cloudy conditions. It's going to stay breezy. That 10 to 15 mile per hour breeze is going to be around not just today, but through the weekend as well, an extended period of breezy weather. Today, that rain develops this afternoon. Highs are going to be right around 40 degrees tonight. Widespread snow showers, lows in the mid-30s, approximately 35 degrees. Coming up, we'll have a look at your weekend forecast and how long this snow and cold sticks around. Gary?
James, thanks. Congresswoman Elise Stefanik.
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist James DeFazio.
Good Thursday afternoon. After a calm, dry, and even partly sunny start to the day, we're seeing cloud cover really thicken up across central New York, and we're tracking showers that are moving into the region. And fortunately, they're going to start as rain, but they're not going to end as rain, unfortunately. We switch over to snow tonight. Rain returns this afternoon. It changes to snow right around sunset tonight. Showery weather continues into your Friday. It's going to be less widespread and with slightly warmer temperatures. And then we have a slow warm up ahead. 50s are expected by the end of this weekend, as well as 60s to begin next week. Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 live radar. Most of the showers across Oneida County are not quite reaching the ground just yet. We have a lot of dry air in place. These showers back to the west, a little bit more robust and a little bit more steady. These will reach the ground when they overspread central New York. It's going to take another hour or two for them to get here. And there's a good amount of dry air in place. We have to moisten up the atmosphere. These snow showers being depicted off to the west as they encounter warmer air as they move into central New York. Most of these are going to begin and stay to fall as rain until sunset tonight. And we have an area of low pressure approaching from the west. It's going to stall out to our west. I wanted to give you an indication of just how dry that air is. You saw the radar picture a minute ago, but Ithaca, Syracuse, Hamilton, Rome, despite all being blanketed by that rainfall, no one's reporting rain at this time, and that's because of how dry it is. It's raining up above in the atmosphere, but it's not quite reaching the surface just yet. This area of low pressure stalls to the west, and unfortunately, as it stalls, it's going to continue to bring moisture in our direction at times during the day on Friday evening, and even into the first half of Saturday, into Saturday morning. Skycast today, those showers knocking on our doorstep as we head into the second half of the afternoon. They overspread the region rather quickly. As we head towards the evening hours, right around sunset, everyone switches over to snow. Maybe a wet snow to start, but temperatures continue to drop. We see steady snow across the area through the night into tomorrow morning. Snow showers come to an end mid-morning Friday, cloudy skies by midday Friday, but we are tracking the return of showers Friday evening. Skycast a little late on their arrival. Wet weather does make its return Friday night into Saturday. Your snowfall forecast for this evening, a widespread 1 to 3 inches across the higher terrain of north of the Mohawk Valley, north of I-90. In general, a trace to an inch across areas to the southward. 10 to 15 mile per hour winds continue today and through this weekend. We're in that breezy time of the year. Tonight, those snow showers develop. Low right around 35 degrees, a light accumulation. Your 7-day forecast, wet weather both today and Friday, wintry weather Thursday night into Friday. We dry out on Saturday, a little bit of rain Saturday morning before things begin to calm down. We dry out the second half of Saturday and into Sunday morning. It's actually a pretty nice Sunday. Highs are going to be in the low 50s. By Monday, we're up into the 60s with partly sunny skies.
Yeah.
So there is one day to at least hang our hat on.
Something to look forward to.
Exactly.
James, thanks. Well, with vaccine hesitancy,